And this is where everything starts. As adults, we need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And that's when our muscles recover, and that's how also they grow. Another point we're gonna get to is nutrition. If you are just starting, the optimal growth I would recommend is 10 to 20% caloric surplus from your caloric maintenance level that you are currently on. What does it mean exactly? That means the calorie intake that doesn't make you bigger or doesn't make you smaller at all. You don't lose weight, you don't gain weight. This is basically your zero caloric balance. This is how you calculate it. For women, we take 0.9 kilocalories times body weight times 24 hours. For men, we take 1 kilocalorie. You can also support yourself with online calculators for less hassle. There are 3 macronutrients for you to look at: carbs, fats, and protein. And the last one is the holy grail of those who train, the most important one for you to include in the diet. The amount of protein I would recommend is from 1.4 grams to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. And for those who use pounds, it's 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you are potentially a person who struggles with obesity, the nice way to measure it will be 1 gram per 1 centimeter of your height. Try to have from 3 to 5 meals a day, but remember, depending on if you prefer bigger portions or smaller and more often, calories intake and macros will be the biggest focus of yours. This is what is the most important. If you can't hit your protein intake from the meals, you can support yourself with products like this, such as protein shakes, protein powder, protein bars, but make sure that's the only support and the food is your base. In every meal, you should have 20 to 40 grams of protein minimum. Next point is supplementation. It's a controversial topic because the first question that a lot of beginners will ask is what kind of supplements do I need to take? When technically you don't need any, but the one that will be very helpful, it is the most scientifically proven as well, is creatine. Creatine, all you need is 5 grams a day, every day. For man and the woman, doesn't matter what time you're gonna take it. Make sure the intake of it is as easy as it can be. For example, I take it every single night with other supplements that I take, but you don't need personally anything else. And to avoid the further questions, no, you don't need to load it at first. Before we're gonna get to the gym, we can also use caffeine. Caffeine will have direct impact on your training. After caffeine, we are more concentrated, less tired, more energized, and we are also ready for the heavy lifts. It will work the best around 30 minutes before your session, but just know the intake that you need to take is 400 to 600 milligram per day. Also, you can get addicted of caffeine. So my recommendation is try to only use it on the heavier days when you do heavier session rather than everyday session. And now let's go to the gym. Training, which is the most fun part of it all. Every body part should be trained from 2 to 4 times a week. Going back to recovery, make sure you leave at least 48 hours of rest before you will train the same muscle group. To do it practically, I will do every part 2 times a week. And if there is some priorities, for example, if I would like to have a big chest, I will hit it 3 times a week. Studies shows that for the smaller body parts, 12 to 15 sets should be enough during the week, such as biceps, for example. And for the bigger parts like your chest or your legs, 15 to 21 will be also optimal. For the beginners, what is very useful is the full body workout, 5 sets, 5 reps. Also utilizing the compound movements, because from that we will learn everything else.
We're getting better by adding the weights. In the moment when we can add as much as this, even the plates as small as this one will make a difference. The moment you can add more weight, you can always add an extra rep. For example, if you do this exercise for 10 reps, you can always do 11, and that's how you can progress as well.
In your training plan, the compound exercises should dominate, and on these exercises is the easiest for constant progress. There is a space for isolated exercises as well, but I would personally leave them for the weak parts. Every exercise you do should be maximum 1 or 2 reps from failure. Do it all in repeat, stay consistent, and you'll be able to achieve your goals. And if you need a support with the training plan, me and my team have prepared the full body workout plan for 3 times a week just for you. So hit the first link in the description and see you in the next one. Peace.